I think the person in the picture is her daughter. I went to school with her, and I have no idea why we're getting the friend suggestion there. Her and I were never friends. I knew who she was. I knew there were people who thought she was pretty, and I knew there was a lot of people who thought she was a drug addict because she was really super skinny. I know you're not supposed to talk about women's eating habits, so we'll not stick to the rumors on her because the rumors don't fucking matter. She's a human being, and regardless of what rumors I've heard, she's still a human being. But the fact remains, we've never hung out. She's never harmed me, so far as I'm aware. I've never gone out of my way to, well, I've never gone out of my way to harm anybody, but that's not the point. As far as I know, her and I have no reason to reconnect because we never connected. And of course, we don't have any reason to have any beef because we've never had anything to beef about. She just basically exists in the same place that I existed. And then there's Hood River Police Department. If I hadn't been victimized into having nothing, I'd have never known who Hood River Police Department were. This abuse will continue to happen to me until someone actually cares. Cares enough to actually speak up, to actually look at evidence and actually say, hey, what's happening to this dude is wrong. Not just to the peanut gallery. Tell me these things are bad doesn't stop them. It doesn't get it turned in to the courts. Doesn't get me a public pretender. Oh, there's a state patrol officer cruising around awful slow. I wonder what he's up to tonight. Anyway, we'll go ahead and end this video. Sorry, we're not ending the video. Instead, I'm gonna move some of my stuff here, give a little bit of an update on how the evening went. Gary, he did show up. We got a little bit of stuff moved, but not much. Americans are disgusting people. It's easy to tell that just by looking at the poor. Looking at the situations that the poor are in. And then, of course, if you're homeless, you're just assumed to be a drug addict. That don't help nobody at all. Anyway, my food stamps are shut off for some odd reason. There should still be money on it. Enough to buy at least some ramen noodles, but no. I ain't got enough to get ramen noodles because it won't even tell me that I have any money on it. I gotta deal with a lot of goddamn predators. And I gotta try to find somebody to give a shit. Somebody who's not just gonna pretend to give a shit for a little bit. somebody who's gonna waste my time over and over and over again. When a crime is committed against me, it needs to be turned in right away. And because I'm disabled, and because I've had repeated run-ins with these fucking cops committing goddamn felonies, yes, someone has to turn it in with me, not for me. All the cops have to do in that situation is pretend like you never fucking tried. When I have to go to court, I have to get a public pretender who will actually call you up. Meanwhile, is a public pretender going to even try? No. No, they're not. They don't give a fuck about the goddamn victims. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. When people are predatory towards me, they want to pretend like it's magically okay because I spoke up. Oh, how dare you, Sean? You horrible monster. Right? People don't want their secrets out there. Oh, what secrets? Like taking advantage of me? Yeah, I don't think that's your secret to keep. I think that's for goddamn sure my right to speak up about. People seem to think that I owe it to them to take their fucking abuse. Or that when they pretend that somebody might threaten to kill them or their family, that's magically an okay reason for them to commit fucking felonies. Fuck you. You committed felonies against me, you pieces of shit. Don't call me fucking friend after doing that. You ought to fucking know better. See, the thing is, people were used to me taking it. No matter what hell there was, I fucking took it. People thought I'd always be that way. Are you fucking kidding me? No, I don't owe it to you to be your fucking punching bag. I don't owe it to you to be your friend only when it's convenient for you. If you're my friend, you're my friend. If you're not, go the fuck away. You ignore me while I try to get help. And then you victimize me when I speak up about the fact that I went to you for help. Human beings aren't very bright creatures. There's a lot of people that promised they were going to help me, and they kept on wanting to hide behind their kids. Oh, Sean, people are threatening my kids. Well, then fucking come forward about it, Jesus Christ. I had to deal with that nonstop. I literally had to break the law to be heard because there was so much of that. Oh, Sean, people are threatening to kill me and my kids. Yeah, there's a word for that. Matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of crimes that go along with that. If a police officer is threatening and harassing and intimidating a witness, it's still fucking witness tampering. Even if it's a person with a fucking badge. I've done a lot of shit out of desperation, but you know what? I'm proud of the things that I've done. What I'm pissed off about is the fact that I had to do them. Nobody should have to break the law to try to get fucking heard. And if you're somebody's friend, they shouldn't have to fucking beg you over and over and over again to do the right goddamn thing. When somebody's being abused, what's the right goddamn thing to do? Listen to the victim. The victim knows what they need better than you do. Instead of interrupting them when they try to give you details, let them. When you want to continually redirect what it is that they're trying to tell you to what you want to know. We already know that the questions you're asking are things that you're trying to fish for excuses so you don't got to do nothing. Or you're magically absolved, but no, you're not absolved. The question was very fucking simple. Number one, did I go to you for help? And number two, why didn't you ever come forward? All of the things these people told me to manipulate me are admissible in court. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. I get taken advantage of because I can't take care of myself. And I can't take care of myself because I've been taken advantage of so much. But none of you give a holy fucking goddamn. You feel worse about Israelis and Pakistani peoples. You care more about people in India and people in Kuwait. You care more about people in Pakistan. Pakistan. What do you even know about Pakistan? You care more about Egypt and Palestine. Any distraction that allows you to not give a holy fucking goddamn about your fellow man here in the United States of fucking America. You're killing us and you don't give a fuck. What's worse, having a bad family or having no family? I'd have to say having a bad family. Because if you've got a bad family, they can still be used against you. Doesn't matter how good a person you are. What's the first thing the police try to do when you try to turn them in for committing crimes against you? They try to have you pegged as mentally ill, illegally. Sure, it's against the law, but who's there to fucking stop them? My family don't give a shit, so that must magically mean that it's okay to harm me, mustn't it? Y'all are a bunch of stupid pieces of shit. And I hope someday that the hell that you visited upon me is revisited upon you. This shit's not fucking okay. It's obvious to anybody who fucking takes a look that I can't fucking take care of myself. What the fuck is wrong with you goddamn people? All I do is fucking spend all my money traveling back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to all these fucking places that I'm told to go. Meanwhile, I gotta try to find a safe place for me and my fucking evidence. God damn it. I was promised if I jumped through all these fucking hoops, I'd get disability. And that the cops would have to do something about the fucking abuse. Well, I got disability, and guess what? The cops still, to this day, haven't done a goddamn thing. And neither have any of these fucking places I've been fucking sent to. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. I can't afford any of this. I can't take care of myself, you pieces of shit. I can't fucking take care of myself. Cause you won't leave me alone. You won't let me defend myself. You won't let me show evidence. All you do is look the other fucking way while people harass me every goddamn day. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. And fuck Palestine too. Palestinians want to bitch that their loved ones are dying. Well, guess what? My loved ones are dying too. At least you get to see them. You might even get to go to their funeral. You're not forced to move hundreds of times. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Constantly moving. The Palestinians got no right to bitch. They had a place of their own for years and years. They're losing their place for the same reason that Americans are going to lose theirs. And many of us already have. Because we didn't do enough to stop a corrupt government. People go with what's popular because they want to win. Nobody gives a shit what the right thing to do is. I had some people from Palestine earlier this year wanted to harass me and be assholes. I wonder if their houses got bombed. I didn't bother asking if they were in the Gaza Strip or if they lived in the West Bank. But I do know there's a possibility they got blowed the fuck up. I can't even remember their names. That's how insignificant they were. Were they insignificant because they were Palestinians? No, that part was significant enough to remember. But they were just more trolls. More assholes who saw a story about Natalie Bollinger and wanted to fucking harass me. That's right, in Palestine, in the Gaza Strip, the story of Natalie Bollinger, the version that they get to hear, claims that I had killed Natalie Bollinger. Jesus fucking Christ, people are goddamn idiots, ain't they? And before you stupid shits go trying to pretend it's just a Muslim thing, no the fuck it's not. The most disgusting people I have ever had to deal with in my entire life are Christians. I've never met a good Christian. I've gotten to hear about them, but the reality of the situation is there's no such thing. And you could prove me wrong, but you won't. I've said a lot of not nice things about a lot of people. And those people could prove me wrong, but they didn't. Matter of fact, they proved me right instead. I can't take care of myself. And I can't get myself established when I'm constantly moving. And I can't spend any of my money to take care of myself when it's constantly spent on moving. Going from one place to another, to another, to another. People telling me they won't do their jobs, but if I move here and I move there, oh, they have to do it no matter where you live, Sean. Really? Because no matter where I go, they seem to change the rules an awful fucking lot. They change the rules to whatever makes it okay for them to not do their fucking jobs. And that's what makes you, the American people who watch this, such horrible people. You know it's happening. But you just don't care because it's not happening to you. When you want to pretend that the same shit that I'm going through, that you're having to go through it as well. I know that's not true, because if you were going through it as well, you'd want to work together with someone to put a stop to it. Most of the women that I know make false allegations often. Anytime they get busted doing something wrong. It's always their husband's fault, their dad's fault, their brother's fault, their boyfriend's fault, their son's fault. Seems to me the most popular thing for a woman to do these days is to try to get a man to kill himself by pretending that he might do something bad, he might do something naughty, he might do something mean. With the shit that you do to men, they have every right to do mean shit. According to the Bible, thank goodness we don't follow it. According to the Bible, every woman I know should have been put to death a long time ago. Literally every single woman I know. Why is it that I'm not out there killing every woman that I know? Because I think the Bible is a bunch of fucking bullshit. Guess what I think about the Quran? Same fucking thing. It's all bullshit. And you idiots fucking killing each other and killing us over your fucking bullshit. What, you think that's fucking okay? What's the difference between me and a Palestinian? I'm not killing people. Is every Palestinian responsible for the deaths that happened in Israel? Yes. Yes, they are. If all Americans are held responsible for the child molesters in power, and the Israeli people and their children are being abducted and murdered over somebody else's bullshit, doesn't that stand to reason that maybe, I don't know, Palestine should deal with some equality? On the bright side, at least they're not Americans. Deborah Johnson, who the fuck is that? Oh yeah, I found that on the road. Alright. So what am I going to do right now? I'm going to acknowledge the fact that I'm still breathing. I'm going to wish that I wasn't. Yeah, I may wish in one hand, but I'm not going to shit in the other. That's counterproductive. If you don't get the reference, you're probably not American. The saying is, wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first. Moral of the story is that your wishes don't do a goddamn bit of good. You gotta get out there and you gotta make an actual fucking effort. What's the difference between me and my friends? I don't have any friends. I was a friend to them, they were not a friend to me. A friend would have helped turn in the abuse. A friend would have taken me in and taken a look at the evidence and helped me to turn it in right away. What friends don't do is pawn you off on fucking web sleuths or tell you just to ignore it. Then you pretend like it's okay to harm me, and it was okay for Natalie and her friends to harm me because I spoke up about them harming me. Well, let's put that the other direction. Since all you care about is rape, because that's literally the only category that women lead in being victimized, but not being the predators of. Literally everything else, yeah, men are the most likely recipients. Men are 5 times more likely to be murdered than women. Did you know that? It's even higher in a lot of places. But it's okay to you, isn't it? As long as it's not happening to you. How many women fear the consequences of making false allegations? Not very many. Oh, how cute. We got another troll on my channel. Not that any of you give a fuck. On the bright side, there's the hide user on this channel button. Now let's talk about Chloe Roma for a minute. Chloe Roma, men's rights. At least she claims to be about men's rights, but that's not what I've seen out of her. If you have to beg people to care, they don't care. And that's the problem with every one of my friends. I had to beg them to care. Even that wasn't enough. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll get to sleep tonight. Maybe I'll have a heart attack in my sleep. If I'm not alive, you can't use me as a scare tactic.